Namaste. Namaste, Smita ji. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Smita ji. So we were working on a Django project, and let me just cd into the folder in which my project files are present. So I think it is to do project 1. Smita ji, you can come inside this folder like this, and then we can use this command code dot.
Gauri, please give me a couple of seconds.
Yeah, sure, Smita ji. Please take your time.
So what?
Uh, Smita ji, once you are inside this folder in which your project files and everything resides, you can simply use this command code dot for opening your
Code in space, then dot, right?
Yeah. So you can simply use this command for opening your project folder in VS Code. So it is happening for me right now. So I'll have to wait for some time. And let me open my database also, which is pgadmin4. So we'll connect our application with this database. Okay, so my project folder is there on VS Code now. The next step is we need to create an application inside our project. Right, Smita ji? Now, what is the difference between a project and an application? So basically, a project acts as a container in which you can put more than one applications. Fine, Smita ji. So once you are through, sorry, once you're through with creating the project, the next thing you have to do is you have to create an application inside this project. And how to do that? So there is a command. I think my VS Code is not responding properly. I'll have to give it some time. Smita ji, how to create the project and how to open it in VS Code? I hope you have understood the steps.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So first I will go to command prompt. Then I need to set here entire path.
to see my screen, Smita ji?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just configure my Postgresql. Okay, by the time it is getting configured, let's open. You can open a new terminal, Smita ji. You have to click here on terminal and it will give you an option called new terminal. Simply you have to click on it and it will open a terminal like this for you at the bottom of VS Code.
What is the use of this new terminal?
Terminal is, it is very much similar to command prompt, Smita ji. So
Means simultaneously we can work, right?
Whatever you are going to fire here in this command prompt, automatically it will be applied by VS Code on this project.
Okay.
If suppose you have to install a library of Python, so what you do, you use pip install, pip command, and you use command prompt for installing the libraries of Python. In the same way, if you are working with VS Code, so it has its own inbuilt command prompt, and that is what is known as terminal. And Smita ji, let me tell you one more thing. Command prompt is also known as terminal. So whether you call it command prompt or terminal, it is one and the same thing.
Oh,
ठीक है ना स्मिता जी, इस तरीके से।
हाँ जी.
Now let's create an application inside our project. So you can see by default VS Code has automatically, taken the path of that folder in which our project file resides. Now here I can
Yeah, yeah.
simply
Already
put this
taken.
command python manage.py, and then for project we use start project. Similarly, if you have to create an application, then the command is start app for that. Start app, and let's create an application with name to do. Fine. So I'm executing the, or let's make it to do one, because the name of the project is to do project one. So the application name should be something related to our project, for project folder's name. So let's make it to do one. Execute the enter button. Now what it will do, it will create an application for us and it will put it inside this project folder.
So I need to write the entire path and then Python manage .py start app to do one. Done.
It has created for me an application folder in which it has automatically created these files. So there is a file
Six
with
files.
views.py.
So for very first is initiate file, then admin file, then some apps files are there, model files are, and then test files.
G Sweta ji. So Smita ji, you can open your database like this.
PG admin.
PG admin, you can open it. ठीक है स्मिता जी, are you able to open it?
Yes.
Abhi, you have to come on PostgreSQL. I think it will be, it might be asking your password, which you entered while
Yes.
installing this software. So you can enter that same password,
Haji.
and you will get to see these two options, servers and PostgreSQL.
Uh, Actually, there is only server.
Only server?
Once I click on server,
Okay.
so I'll be getting there. Please enter password for the user Postgre to connect the server.
Yes,
So
please
what
enter
would
please enter that password which you entered while installing the software.
so it is same?
Yeah, it is going to be
Let
the
me.
same password, Smita ji. Smita ji, please share your screen.
Haji.
So come on your database, Smita ji.
Are you able to see?
No, it's not visible, Smita ji. I think you'll have to unshare and reshare it.
Okay. Let me share it.
Okay, yeah, now it is visible, Smita ji. So you have to right click on databases. Right click on database.
Databases.
G. Come on create, then click database. Yes. Bus, just hold on, Smita ji. You can unshare your screen. I'm sharing mine. so that I can tell you how can you create a new database for your applications. So databases, create database. Then here we have to give a name to our database. So let's give it a name, and it's should be to do. Let's make it to do DB1. So you can also give the same name to your database, Smitaji, and owner will
Yeah.
remain the same, Postgres. We need not to change it. Done, Smitaji. Don't click OK. अभी OK मत click करिएगा.
Wait.
Sure.
Okay, now what I need to do in database?
Smitaji, are you done with naming your database?
So name what I need to put here.
You can put the same name which I have used. So it is to do DB1.
Do DB1.
Yeah.
Okay, T capital to do DB1. It's a database name.
So once
Okay,
you're done with that, Smitaji, you can click save. And you know a database with name to do DB1 will get created.
Owner is Postgres, right?
Yeah. You don't have to do anything else. Just give a name to your database and click on save.
Okay, do.
Connection to the server has been lost. Maybe okay. So you can see here, I've created a database successfully, and it is with name to do DB1.
Yeah.
Hope you are also able to see it on your device, on your local machine.
Yeah, I'm getting this left side part, but right side part I'm not getting. Database, OID,
No worries.
owner.
No worries. You're getting to do DB1, right? You're able to see it on
Yeah.
your, that's fine.
Yes.
You can come back on VS Code. And here you have to come on this settings.py. Now I will tell you how can you connect your front end with backend. Okay, so for that you have to come in your settings.py file, which is there. It's a project file basically. So now you have to come down, and here you will find something called databases. So you can see here by default it is connected with SQLite 3. But because we want to connect it with PostgreSQL, so the first thing we have to do is we need to change this to PostgreSQL. So everything should be in small, sorry. PostgreSQL, right? And once you're done with that, you can come down, and here you have to put the name of your database. So for me, it is, for you and me, for both of us, it is to do DB1. Right, Smitaji? I hope you are able to understand it, Smitaji.
Yeah.
So name, you can change it to do DB1. Now there are three more things that we both have to define for connecting our front-end code with the backend. So what are those three things? So out of the three, the first one is the username. So we can put user like this. So whatever will come in left side, everything needs to be in capital, Smitaji. And whatever will come in the right side, so we'll follow the same norm. So we'll use the mix of small and capitals. And I hope you remember your username. It is Postgres.
Postgres.
Right, Smitaji?
Yes,
this is the username. Now we have to put the password. So for me, sorry, what am I doing? Password for me is this, Gaurav 123. So I have put my password, and then I need
So
to
I need to put their password.
You have to put your own password, Smita ji, which you defined
Okay.
while installing. So host, and I'm hosting it on local. I'm hosting it on my local machine. So local host will come here. So these are the 5 things you have to define for connecting your front end code with your backend.
Okay, so for very first is engine. There we need to put their PostgreSQL, then name of the project, then user name, password, and then host is localhost, right?
Smitaji, the first thing that will come is engine, then name,
Yeah.
after that username and password.
Okay. Ji.
No, done, Smitaji?
Let me do a wait.
Please take your time.
So we are in.
And let me resume. So now, Smitaji, you're done with connecting your front end code with the backend, and it's time for us to now define the name of our application and tell it to the project. How can we tell the application's name to our project? So what we have to do, we need to again use this settings.py file. And if you will come, if you will just come up over here in this file, you will see something called installed applications, installed apps.
Okay. Ji.
Now, these are some by default installed applications which we can use for our project. The one which we created manually using Python manage.py start application. So that's what we have to mention here. So it is to do one, right? This is the name of our application. So that's how we can tell the name of our application to our project.
Okay. So at the end, just we need to write the name of the application, right?
Absolutely right, Smita. And just save the changes, whatever changes you have made.
Mhm.
Done, Smita ji?
Just wait.
Sure, no problem. Inside installed apps, you have to mention to do one. Save your change. In the same way,
Okay.
you
Ji.
can save the changes here also. Now, Smita ji, it is time for us to migrate everything to the database. Whatever models, whatever applications we have over here in the front end, how can we put them, or how can we migrate them to the the database to which our front end is connected? So the code for that is, the command for that is Python manage.py and then migrate.
So in command prompt we need to write terminal.
Absolutely right. You have to write it in the terminal, Python manage.py and then migrate. After that, you can
Okay.
execute the enter button.
So there is entire path already. I need to put there Python. Python manage. Can you
Python
scroll
manage,
up?
G. Python manage.py, migrate.
Hmm. Still processing.
No problem, Smitaji. By the time the command is getting processed, you can come in this models.py. So basically, Django is a model view template type of framework, which works on models, views, and templates. Templates here, I am referring to the HTML files and the HTML code we'll use for designing our web applications interface. So this is what Django is all about. Basically, it's a Python framework with which we can create full-fledged web applications, as I've told you, and you can bring everything together on the same platform. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and Python. You can put them together on the same platform, and then you can use them for creating some amazing web applications. Now, models here refers to the database and the tables, right? If you have to create a database or table on your in your database, in your what we call it backend, how you will do it? So here you can simply create a class, and let's name it as to do one. So I'm going to name it, I'm going to use the same name which I've used for my application, right? And then we have something called models.model that we have to pass as a parameter to this class. And then we can put a colon, and here we need to put the content, which we would like to see getting reflected inside the database, or you can say table. So how can we put the content using models dot? Let's create a text field. So that's the code through which we can create a text field. Let me pass this whole code to you also in the chat box. You just have to copy the code and paste it in your models.py files. Just copy the code and paste it in your models.py file.
The dot before content I need to put there as it is.
No, you have to come in your models.py file first.
Okay.
Just click it, and you will see this line from django.db import models.
Wait, models.py.
You will find it in your project folder, Smitaji. To do project 1.
Okay, inside project folder, right? Oh, to do one. So just I need to click there.
जी.
Okay. जी.
ठीक है स्मिता जी, कॉपी कर लिया आपने?
हाँ जी.
For you. So the first thing that we did was we created a project, and after that we created an application. Now, after creating the application inside the project, we connected our database with our application. We then defined the name of the application inside settings.py so as to tell the application's name to our project folder. And after that, we defined this code in this models.py. Now it is time for us to migrate this to do one to the database. And how to migrate the models. So the command for that is, you can simply come down in your terminal, and here you can write python manage.py and then make migrations. Okay, Smita ji, make migrations, and then whatever name you have given to your model, so that's what you have to put here. To do one, execute the enter button, and you will get the this. Okay, I'm getting an error. Why is it so? Let me check. Just a second, Smitaji, I'm getting an error here. Why is it giving me this error? Python manage.py, make migrations. Everything is fine, then why I'm getting this error? Okay, here M of model should be in capital. Sorry, Smitaji. It should be in capital. That is the reason it is not able to recognize the command. See, it is telling me that there is nothing like model, right? Present in Django.
Okay.
So we need to use model. M of model should be in capital. Now I think if I fire the command, I should get the output. So Python manage.py, make migrations to do one. Smitaji, just go through the names of these files. So we have admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py, views.py in our project folder. We have init.py, asdi.py, settings, URLs, and WSGI in our app folder. Now, if I will run this command, it will create for us another file. It will create for us another file here. Why am I not able to see that file? So it says create model to do one, migrations for to do one. It has created for us a file with name 0001 underscore initial.py. Right, Smitaji? I don't know why am I not able to see it. Yes. So there is a folder it has created for us with name migrations. And inside it, this initial.py file is present. Just fire this
But the
command.
name, the system generates that name.
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Smitaji.
So the name will generate by system.
Absolutely right. This